apa kabar? Jumpa lagi dengan saya Isabella Gosali. Hari ini saya sedang berada di 31 Sudirman Suite Makassar. Dan saat ini saya ingin mengajak kalian untuk melihat unit terbaru yang sangat eksklusif dan sangat-sangat spesial. Kenapa? Karena unit ini dirancang oleh desainer terkenal loh. Penasaran kan? Mari ikut saya. Nah, tadi saya udah cerita mengenai unit yang sangat spesial dari 31 Sudirman Suite karena didesain khusus oleh desainer terkenal, dan saat ini saya sudah bersama dengan Pak Alex Bayu yang mendesain the signature collection by Alex Bayu. Okay, Pak Alex, really nice to finally meet you. How are you today?
Very well. Hi, Ella.
Today we're gonna talk about the unit that you designed so beautifully, the signature collection by Alex Bayu. Can you tell me more about the theme and the concept that you choose for this unit?
When Paradise Group contacted me to create a unit for Makassar, I was thinking probably I want to bring something fresh, something new that even myself probably I haven't really seen it on my own. So I thought of mixing a little bit of European eclectic into it, the contemporary European, not the traditional one. I want to introduce the new way of living. As a human, we've been evolving in the way how we live in our society. How we interact in living room, how we have our dinner or lunch, and how we prepare our food and when we're resting. So we thought of bringing that into Sudirman 31 in how we apply the theme and the look here. And first thing what we do is actually taking the existing unit that's already been prepared by the developer, and we actually designing a cloth for it. So we didn't tear down anything. We didn't modify anything. Everything as it is. What we have done is only adding cladding, which means adding clothing. And that's defined how the style that we bring in today. We want something very peaceful, something home is place that you want to rest. Even the way how we pick color, we actually can't tone it down, not too loud, but still have to bring that elegance and sophistication to the people who live here.
Wow, I can really see that. All the words that you say, I can really see in the design in this unit. The way you say eclectic, and then it feels homey, and then also I noticed it's very practical because I saw the cupboard in front, the wall that actually you can store. It's a storage. Tell us a bit more about the what do you like about this place and what makes it special.
So, as I mentioned just now, when we did this unit, we want to show people how they live. So practicality also is important. Plenty of storage, but we also don't want to see the storage, right? So that's why there's a lot of hidden, we call it hidden storage. What we portray as a space that we need and what is a space that we need to show, right? As I mentioned to you, being designer, we also being called magician to the room. We show people what we want them to see, and we can't hide something that we don't want people to see. But it's there. It's useful, it's functional, and it's life, it's living.
As you mentioned, like being a designer can be a magician. You are a magician indeed, because I've seen like these spaces before you design it, and it actually looked much bigger. Even with the furniture on, it looks much bigger. Is it because of the lighting or the placement of few stuff?
Okay, reflection is one trick that we use. I mean, share with you a little bit of magician trick. We don't call it mirror, we call it reflection. Reflection is one of the things that when you place it in the proper position and the right spot, it actually give it illusion of larger space. Breaking up the ceiling into 2 layers and putting a little bit light, it actually enhance the height at the same time. So we use that trick to give this impression of larger space. And we also introducing, we're also challenging the buyer of the unit to take a look at existing first and take a look at the show unit at the same time. So what we try to tell them is you can buy existing unit and you yourself can make it like that easily, right? By understanding where is the placement of item. So we didn't make it show unit for show, we make show unit for living.
Okay, I'm so excited to see the rest of the unit. Can you show me around?
Sure.
Okay.
We are actually in living room right now. You can see how the placement of furniture are actually controlling how the people will stay here, right? We got this coffee table stand up with a sofa, that way they can relax, watch TV. But we add this unique piece that rarely happen in any apartment that you see. These 2 armchair with the certain height being controlled and the table height are allowing user to be able to play game with the children, or children can play each other while the parents are watching a movie. Or I can do my work here and I even can have my dinner while I'm watching my movie there, right? The form height is being controlled that we can watch and have a private conversation each direction that we like to do, right? And the second unique one that you can see in this unit, right? You can see it's all clean place. It's a wall panel, but hide a secret storage compartment, which is very functional to the user, right? So these are few hidden items that we keep for Sudirman 31, right? Placing where the mirror position are creating a view of different angle, right? And you notice here the kitchen is actually open kitchen. Yes. Today life are very casual with convenient of getting food from outside, all that. We don't really do that closed kitchen anymore. The young family are more practical also. But we do want the children, the parent interactive while they're cooking and preparing the meal of the day. We don't really want the mom cook in the wet kitchen, the children doing play outside without interaction. Here they can talk to each other while she's preparing her meal, and husband can watch TV or doing some work. The bonding of the family, which is, we don't have much time anymore now to meet each other, not like the olden day. So creating a spot here for them to interact, actually giving value to the space, right?
And very aesthetically pleasing as well.
Thank you. So yeah, so we also add some storage additional that is actually being displayed or preparing the food at the same time, right? As you notice that instead of having a standard chandelier, we make this a little bit artsy kind of art, right? It's actually form of the leaf, right? Like falling from the sky, right? Flowing to the dining table. And I mean, this is, we call it Asian table with rotation, but it's very practical. I always love a round table. I mean, it don't give a barrier of who more superior or who more inferior, but it creates equality that children, parents now are the same. It's not daddy had to be the end of the table. That's not fun. I don't want to see my dad as somebody that authoritarian. I want him to see him as my friend also. I want to be able to talk to him. And this round table create that equality. And I always enjoy that and give this informal dining. Then let's go and see master bedroom then. Right? So as you can see, I split the whole apartment with 2 level panel. One to give the height differentiation, also create me indirect lighting, right? So they can control the ambient day and night, right? The master bedrooms have quite ample space. We do a layering, you know, like fashion today. You know, men's underwear t-shirt and put a scarf on it. We put a jacket, maybe another layer. So design are exactly the same thing. It's all called layering. You can see even a picture, artwork, a panel, we are layering one by one. It's like kue lapis, right? So you're layering. And then you got a walk-in closet right here, which is ample. I do a clear glass, but obviously the final owner can always put a laminate or fabric over it to give a little bit more privacy. But this is actually separating the walk-in closet to the master bathroom. You can see the size very ample. The center of the basin, which is greet you at the enter, you have a layering concept also about tinted mirror and a clear mirror. So not everything has to be direct. So layering is one of the things that we like to do. It gives this a little bit of a feature to the space, right? And then you got the left and right, which is for the shower and the WC, right? And a lot of time I say it's the small light, instead of that chandelier light, we hide tiny light on left and right of the space, bracketing this as my introduction when you enter the bathroom. And then you don't see the WC because hide behind the wall, right? And as you can notice that we also create the same concept except we flip. Since it's stone, we add the wood on top. Make it the bathroom warmer, a place that I like to rejuvenate, to relax myself.
Like
and
sauna kind of feel.
Yeah, it gives you something to quiet down before you end the day or before you start the day. This is usually start in bathroom. When you come out, you brush your teeth, you take shower, you do whatever business you need to do, then you get out to do your work. And come home, you also want to slow down. This is also a place before you resting. So another feature we give that we introduced to the Makassar, we create this hidden door that actually connecting to the second bedroom.
Wow.
Here I actually put like a living room, but in reality, this actually can be a study room, a baby room, something connected. We can even close this door, make this into one room to connect it together. So apartment, yes, it was sold by the developer in the format, but it's actually also Lego at the same time. Knowing where to use, we can adapt to each user function. So depend who you are, how your need is. Apartment allow you to reconfigure and put up to your own personality there, right? So that's with Sudirman. Then we have another extra bedroom that you use it for the children room here, right? It got study table, it got wardrobe and the bed here, right? And then lastly, we got this second bathroom, right? You can see the size is actually not small at all, right? And I introduced a tinted mirror on one side, suddenly the room become double up.
Yeah.
Right?
It actually looks spacious now.
It is very spacious. I mean, you can see two of us is inside this room and we still have a distance, which means space, comfort of humans still taken care here.
After seeing all this room and all the little details that you explained me, I just feel like I want to move in right away. It feels like so cozy and homey. And I also want to ask you about, can you tell me more about the current fashion of interior design or the trend for the future for apartment unit?
People will live more function than aesthetic in the future. So we as a designer will take that element and work out how to make it more comfort and beautiful. Things are getting more casual, things are getting more relaxed, and this is happening from, I mentioned to you, fashion play a lot important. Even human makeup are getting thinner, more natural. The word is natural coming in. And we as a designer also will use a lot more natural element, which is wood. We less to use synthetic item also, right? Color will get into neutral because I say it will last longer, right? Something that strong color, all that will only last a very short term, but long term still taking the neutral game.
Wow. Okay, so very functional and aesthetic pleasing also. And I can see in this room, and it's really trendy and even can last for a lifetime.
31 Sudirman Suite has been formatted like a Lego, right? Even though it is not like an apartment like 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, or 3 bedroom unit. You can adapt it, you can format it to your own lifestyle, your own habit, and your own personality. And like what we're showing in this sample unit, it's actually not like the regular unit. You can fit it. And that's the beauty of this apartment.
Thank you so much for showing me around this unit, and so excited actually to meet you today. Really nice to meet you.
Pleasure all mine.
Okay, thank you so much. See you next time.
See you.
Nah, gimana? Keren banget kan tipe unit ini? Jika Anda ingin memiliki The Signature Collection by Alex Bayu, harus segera nih, karena tipe unit ini sangat-sangat terbatas, hanya 4 aja loh. Jadi, ayo segera datang ke Marketing Gallery 31 Sudirman Suite atau bisa menghubungi nomor di bawah ini.